Hey, I'm flying solo again. So here's my video discussion for chapter 8 and chapter 8 through 10. Okay, so in chapter 8, when his friend Nisagwa invites when Nisagwa invites Toro to dinner with his girlfriend Hatsumi, I thought it was strange that he would bring up that he used to sleep around with multiple girls and how him and Toro used to share girls. And I feel like it was I thought it was funny that Nisagwa would call would make the assumption that Toro is like him both him and Toro are egotistic, but that was like a really arrogant thing for him to do, even bring up that they used to share girls back in college. I thought it was really arrogant for them to bring it up. So I feel like he just wanted to bring him down with them by calling him egotistic also, and he's really the egotistic one. And then Hatsumi killed herself. I was baffled. I was like, why did you do that? Why did you kill yourself, girl? And then I feel like the author points out Toro's need for human intimacy. I feel that's why he misses Naoko so much. That's why he keeps on trying to like replace her with like people like Midori, and kind of I feel like he wanted to replace her with Hatsumi. Reading ahead in chapter 9 and 10 is why I point that out also. And I feel like Toro cutting his hand could have been like symbolic in some way, like making the story realistic, because when he picks up the glass, of course, he's gonna cut his hand. Like, why wouldn't he cut his hand? So I feel like Murakami tried to make some type of realism out of that. And what else? I found out. Oh, and then when he cut his hand, he said he felt no pain to speak of. I was like, maybe he feels like some type of like empty feeling. I was some emptiness, because maybe the pain he's feeling is like for Naoko, but like he doesn't know how to express that to anyone. So he can't speak of it. He doesn't feel any way. And then in chapter 9, I feel like Midori kind of brought Tora out of a funk from him grieving over like what happened with Hatsumi and like what's going on with him and Naoko. And I noticed that Naoko writes a letter at the end of every chapter. That's what keeps her. That's what keeps her purpose relevant. Keeps her relevant. And Midori speaks about how Toro doesn't notice that she loves him very much. And I feel like it's because like it's like he's probably blind and he doesn't want to love anyone except for Naoko, but he needs that human intimacy so that he presses himself onto everyone else. Well, not press himself onto everyone, so like presents himself to everyone in a vulnerable manner. So like, try to get vulnerable with everybody. So Naoko, man, like, and I feel like this quote, what else will they do? We all just keep doing the same things. I thought that quote had something to do with existentialism, because he want to do the same thing. He's writing letters looking for Naoko. He keeps sleeping with other women, trying to replace Naoko. It's a cycle. And I think the climax of this chapter was when Midori asked Toro to sleep with her at her house. Finally busted move. Saw that coming. Definitely saw that coming. And Midori asked Toro to take care of her the way that Naoko asked him to take care of her. And then Midori also kind of expressed to him like she's really into him and she doesn't mind waiting for him and waiting for him to get himself together, get over Naoko, whatever he needs to do. Excuse me. And then chapter 10, we open up with Midori arguing. I mean, not arguing, ignoring Toro. I really can't read my handwriting right now. Like ignoring Toro, like giving him the silent treatment. And Toro's depressed by finding out that Naoko was getting worse, And then I feel like she only got worse because she wasn't able to write anymore. I feel like that was her way of communicating, and then like I think she also communicates like through having sex, because like whenever he would come to visit, she would say, "Oh, here's another way for you to remember me," and she was giving him a blowjob, and then she jerks him off also. Sorry for the vulgar language. And then Toro starts to regret not getting so close to Hatsumi because he felt like he could have saved her, and he saw some type of potential in her. I feel like he probably would have tried to also get with Hatsumi a little harder if she was still alive. And then, like I said, I feel like Naoko's emotional condition stemmed from Toro not paying attention to her enough. I feel like she's one of the people that need attention, and his inability to commit his emotions to her because she was so vulnerable. She let her walls down for him, and then he just was like, he was such a cool shell. And then I feel like he lost, since him and Midori aren't really talking anymore. That was like his last human connection. And now I want to see what's gonna happen in chapter 11 now. So it's gonna be interesting. Have a good evening.